What's the haps? I'm Meroka, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at Invisible Ink by Klei Entertainment. This is kind of a turn-based strategy with a cyberpunk corporate espionage kind of theme going on. Lots of stealth action. It's a very, very interesting theme. I'm quite liking it a lot. Going to take a look at the game, but first we're going to head on to the options. So, we've got graphical options up top, we've got various things that are going to affect performance, although honestly I've never noticed the frame rate ever dip like at all in this game. It's been solid throughout. I've never noticed any issues whatsoever. Normally I would have said in a lot of games shadow quality is the one thing that would affect my frame rate more so than anything else at all. Shadows on full here, no issues, nothing to complain about. It seems to be very, very well optimized through and through. We've got resolution options down here. In windowed mode you don't actually get a drop down, you just kind of drag and rescale the window that way. It does seem to be locked to a 16:9 resolution though. And right at the bottom we have colorblind settings, which you don't see anywhere near as often as you should in games. So anybody suffering from colorblindness, there are 3 presets down there to cater to the 3 most common forms of that. So that's really nice to see, that's cool. We've got sound, we've got music and sound effects on separate sliders, gameplay, we've got just a few sort of gameplay preferences, tweak kind of thing, customize the game to your liking, and then controls are rebindable as well. So generally speaking, I don't think I have any complaints whatsoever about the options. Through and through, it seems to be pretty dang solid. So let's head on in, we'll have a look at... I need to start a new game, actually, because I've just finished a campaign I've played through entirely. It's not a very long game, I think it took me 4 or 5 hours maybe to finish one entire campaign, and then from there it basically gives you unlocks and stuff based on how well you did, and there's a bit of an emphasis on replayability, really. If you're just interested in the story, well, yeah, it's going to be a fairly short game, all things considered. Yeah, but if you want to delve into it and plan new strategies and take new characters and abilities and things and customize the game to your liking, well, probably a bit of replayability going on. So as you can see, we've got a lot of options to choose from for campaign. So we've got beginner is... I imagine a lot of people would perhaps maybe think that's maybe beneath them, and that maybe they would want to start on experience to surely normal difficulty, expert, maybe hard mode, I don't know. It says expert is the difficulty the game is tuned around and based around, but I think that going in blind you would end up making a lot of mistakes, and I think you would want to play on beginner just to be able to, you know, not suffer for all those mistakes you make, because mistakes do tend to be punished pretty harshly in this game. So on beginner, and indeed to a certain extent on experienced, it gives you a bunch of rewinds, which basically lets you completely do over an entire turn in case you do something completely stupid, like set off an alarm or something. It's like, maybe we don't set off the alarm, let's just go back a turn and do it over again. And then on beginner, if you completely and utterly ruin the level and everybody dies, then you can just do it over again. It's like, you know what, do you want to do it again? Yeah, you can. It'll just generate a new level for you. It's all procedurally designed, so it'll just create a new level with the same kind of settings, and you go in and try it again. And then you got Expert Plus, which is like super hard mode. Endless mode is kind of survival, just how many missions can you get through. Endless Plus, combination of the above. Time attack gives you 2 minutes per turn, so kind of a speedrunning kind of dealio. And then custom, down here you can basically go through all of the things that could be adjusted within a campaign and tweak it to your settings and create your own entirely custom game, which is kind of cool. I'm going to hop into beginner just for purposes of demonstration, really. We are going to get a bit of an intro cutscene, so if you don't want to watch that, I'll put an annotation on the screen so you can skip that, but otherwise we're going to get a little bit of voice acting and some a bit of animation. It's cool.
Get to the main server, collect the data, and get out. No detours.
Copy that, Central.
Proceeding to target. Insertion was clean. Alarm level holding steady. We need to get to the 3rd floor. We can make our way to the server room from there.
Any chatter on the comms?
Negative. It's silent on all frequencies.
They should have detected us by now.
Receiving priority 1 transmission.
They're onto you. Get out! Get out of there!
HQ compromised. We're going to need an extraction. I've got Incognita. Deckard and International are on their way.
Get to the roof. I'll cover you. Go!
Deckard, how long till extraction?
30 seconds.
Get us out of here. We've got work to do.
Okay, so that's the intro. You actually don't get all that much in the way of cutscenes or exposition throughout the game. You just kind of get that intro one, and then you've got an ending one once you finish the final mission. As you saw, there's a big 72-hour timer pops up, and it's like that is kind of the core around which most of the game revolves around. It's like you need to get as much done in 72 hours as you can possibly manage in order to gear yourself up for a final mission. So we pick a team, we pick some programs and things here that are going to help us with the level. There's quite a lot of things going on. So we've got available agents, we can pick a couple to start with. So Deckard and International are the two that we saw in the cutscene there, and although as you progress, as you complete campaigns, you'll earn XP, and that XP will grant you access to further characters. So I got a couple of there. We've got Banks and we've got Sharlam 11, I guess. I don't know who he is. Banks I did pick up in my previous campaign. I rescued her and she became part of the team. I have no idea who he is. And then there's, I guess, a bunch more that you will unlock as you progress through things. So each of them has their own various abilities, equipment and things, and different strengths and weaknesses. So Deckard starts with a bonus to speed, so he'll be able to perform one more action per turn. International is better at hacking, so she'll generate more energy for you to use your abilities from. We've got they both start out with a neural disruptor, which is kind of a basic melee weapon. She can hack things through walls. The weird antenna thing on her head, I guess, is pretty much what that is. So I find she's really invaluable for that, actually. Anything that you can hack, you know, there's a lot of emphasis on hacking things and networks and whatnot. So she can access quite a lot of stuff through walls, which is kind of cool. Deckard has a cloak, which is actually pretty useful. It's a very long cooldown. It's 8 turns to cool down, which is actually quite a lot in this turn, so it kind of works out sort of just like a once per mission kind of emergency or very strategic kind of use thing. And he's got neural networking, which allows you to uncover daemons in adjacent objects, so if you stand next to something, he'll be able to tell you if you're going to like set off an alarm or something by hacking into it, so you can assess things that way. And then all the others have kind of their own powers. So if we have a look at Banks, Banks has got bonus to anarchy, which would allow her to steal from guards straight off the bat. Shalom 11, I guess he's strength, he can carry more objects and he can drag guards around if I knock them out faster. I'm going to stick with these two because these two, well, I'm familiar with using them, I think, so that's kind of where I want to go from here. I guess if I was playing this for real and trying to actually play through for a second time, I think I probably would take the other two characters just to see how things would mix things up. But Deckard and International are the two that you're going to start out with and are going to be most familiar with. So yeah, I am familiar with them, so I'm going to use them to better effect, I imagine. And then, as we saw, Incognito is kind of this computer program, supercomputer thingy, and when we go into a level, that is basically what's going to be hacking into things, and we're going to have different tools at our disposal to do that. So I've got Power Drip, is just kind of a passive thing that's just going to generate power per turn. Power is, as you can see, is kind of is what you use to access your abilities and what you would gain through hacking there. So I've got Lockpick, which is basically just going to destroy firewalls, which lets you hack into things. I've got a Parasite, which is an alternative, which sort of slowly, I think it's more power efficient, but it does it slow. It kind of decreases firewalls by 1 per turn. And then I think, yeah, those are all I've kind of got at the minute. You can pick up a lot more other stuff as you go along. You'll be able to pick up more augments, more items, more programs and stuff. So there's a few different tools at your disposal in different kind of classifications. So let's just head on into things. So it's 2074, corporations rule the world, blah, 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 blah. We're striking back against corporations by hacking into them and stealing their things. So day one. We've got
The
they've got a
jet's
bit of an
still
exposition
tricky.
in
If that
between it,
happened,
but there we go. I can skip through that pretty quickly. We've got our loadout. Yes, we saw that. That's basically what I picked to begin with. So we have our little jet in the middle, and we need to go pick a mission. So this world map will appear once I've unlocked a few missions. It will show us where they are, and we've got you got your real world timer up there. It's basically just tick away in real time. So you got 72 hours to do the whole thing in. We're on day 1. You've got 3 days to do it in, and it's even looking at the menu. It's ticking away. You got your money up in the corner. Net worth is, I guess, kind of your score really. And I only have one mission available to me, so it's FTM Executive Terminals, who I guess are the mega corporation who run most of North America. You got other ones, it's all color-coded by territory, so you can see which corporation rules which part of the world in 2074. So at the minute, this is the only one we get. So we've got that, the little radar, basically. If I go in here, I'm going to unlock more missions, so if it's worth doing.
When it comes to
Well, it's the only thing I've got to do at the moment, so we're going to infiltrate that. There's a bunch of other things. You'll be able to either rescue other agents or go find a corporate executive who's got a special key card, and then you can use that key card to go do an entirely different mission and hack into a vault and steal a lot of money, and then you can use that money to upgrade your characters, so that's cool. So there's a lot of different strategy you can pick by doing the different kinds of mission. But for now, obviously, we really just need to get in here and get some more missions, because we don't have any. So, locate the executive terminals and get out alive. Secondary objective, steal their money. So we have our 2 agents. We have a Decker and International. AP are the action points, basically how many points per turn they've got to move. Moving 1 turn costs 1 AP. Most other actions actually don't cost anything. Most actions are free. It's just mostly movement, really, that costs. So we've got a console here. If I select International, her wireless scanner will pick that up, and she can hack into that remotely, and because she's got a hacking bonus, she gets 1 power from the console, plus 1 bonus. So consoles are going to be where you're going to get a lot of power from. International is invaluable for that. When the characters stood next to each other, they can swap items between them, but they've got nothing on each other, so nothing I can do there. So we move International there. You can see you can pick up this console through the wall, which that's basically a shop, but that does need to be hacked. If you press space or click on incognito up there, this takes you into kind of a hacking interface. So you can see that one has 1 firewall, and we can use our lockpick 1.0, which breaks 1 firewall for 2 power. So I can use 2 of my 20 power in order to break that, and then I've got access to a shop if I wanted to go and buy things. So we have a door, and we don't know what's on the other side of it. It could be nasties, it could be nothing. And the only way to find out is to have a look. So we've got peek, or we can open the door. Peek will cost 1 AP, but it's generally a much safer option than just straight up opening the door. On this level, I don't think that's necessarily going to be a big deal. It's like the first level. There's probably not going to be many enemies, so opening the door is probably pretty safe. But on later levels, you're going to want to peek through the door. About a peek, that looks pretty safe. If there was anything that if there was anything like a security camera or a guard, even if you couldn't see it, it would show big red marks on the floor saying, "Hey, you're not allowed to go here. Be careful." So that would be worth avoiding and finding a way around. In this particular instance, it looks pretty safe, so I can open the door, get a bit of better vision range now, can see more of the room, so we can see we've got a door over there, Now we're going to want to start exploring a few things, so let's move International over there. There's a corporate safe, that's probably going to have some money in it. There's a security camera there, which can be hacked. Everything's pretty much done through firewalls, it's all just firewalls everywhere. So we can use our lockpick and 2 power, hack that camera. And that camera's going to give us a view of, honestly, not a whole heck of a lot. That was a really weird place for a camera to be, but hey, those mega corporations, am I right? So Decker can move to there. In kind of a little bit of what I would say a rookie mistake. I guess it's not too big a deal here, but you may more often than not want to close doors behind you. If there are any guards following around, patrolling, searching for you, you know, you don't want to leave the door open where they can just stare through the door and see you, because then they're going to shoot you. So they've got no AP left. Well, actually, no, International has 1, so I'll move her up to there. And we'll end the turn because they've got no actual points left, so... Each time you take a turn, yeah, the security level, as you see, is going to increase. Got this little wheel in the corner. When that fills up, that will increase the security level number in the center by 1, and bad stuff's going to happen. Generally speaking, more guards will spawn, more security cameras will turn on. Just generally a lot of things that you kind of don't want to be happening. So let's start with Decker having a look through this door, see what's over there. Ta-da! Okay, great. Okay, we've got that is our objective, so we can get to that. It looks reasonably safe, so open the door. You've got another different kind of peek. Once the door is open, you can take another peek, which lets you have a look around the corner. So he's going to have a look at pretty much everything in the room. He can get a really good look at the room there. Enemies and security cameras won't see you when you're peeking, but it allows you for at least one turn. As long as your character is stood in this spot, you will have visual access to everything in the room. And obviously it's turn-based, so the enemies won't have a chance to react until the end of your turn, unless you're like directly stood in their line of sight, in which case they may react. So I want to get to that encrypted data. Let's move him over there. I've got International, I want to continue exploring onwards. I've got a bit of power in reserve, so I can hack that corporate safe. Tell you what, we'll have a look at the nano fabricator as well. Decker can come back and collect that on the way past, so I think we're reasonably safe in there, but let's have a peek. Looks like there could be a security camera, although that may be offline. That may come online later with a higher security level. So we can open the door. I think we're pretty safe. If that was online, I should be able to see that. So there we go. I should pick that up now. So it's kind of weird the way she sees things through the wall, but hey, it kind of works. So yeah, if I hadn't already seen that there, she would be able to pick that up, and then I would be able to hack it. So normally you either need visual access on something to be able to see it, or with International, if you get within a certain sort of space radius, it will appear on your radar. So it's kind of weird. I think the weird bit is when it just flashes up and says, "Hey, she's found a thing." It's like, well, I'd already found a thing. That really kind of doesn't need to be found again. So we've hacked the safe. So if I move adjacent to it, I can take what's in the safe. There is a buster chip. What the heck is one of those? That automatically breaks down firewalls. Use this to manually break through 2 firewalls. Has a 5-turn cooldown, but requires Anarchy skill level 2. So she's not skilled enough to use that yet. But I have 3 inventory slots. That's fine. I can carry that. You start out with 3 inventory slots. As you saw with strength, if you upgrade your strength stat, these empty slots will become unlocked. As it is, you can still technically use them, but you'll become basically over-encumbered, and you will lose 1 AP per turn for every extra item you carry. So if I had 4 items on International, she would only be able to move 7 spaces per turn. If I had 2 extras, she would only be able to move 6 per turn. It would slow her down greatly. But I've got 3 spaces, so I'll take that with me. It's not terribly useful to me right now, but you never know. I will upgrade her, and she'll probably find a lot more use for it in the future. So I found a few more things, because she's in range. We've got another console over there. 2 consoles, in fact, that she can access both of those. That one's got 2 power and a bonus one, because International is hacking it. 3 plus a bonus one, so there we go. Well stocked, got 14 out of 20 power. There's another corporate safe over there. So if you want to get all the money to buy things at, like, oh, I don't know, say the shop here, that's you're gonna want to raid a lot of safes. There are some missions that are primarily geared around gaining money. As I've already said, you kind of break into like massive corporate vaults and steal all the corporate money. So I've got the encrypted data. Am I not next to this? Oh, I need to hack it first. Right, gotcha. There we go. Now he can access it, so you can get the data. That's a site list. Bring this back to Central to reveal new targets for infiltration. He's got his 2 objects out of 3 in his inventory, so I can carry that without any issue. There we go, let's get out. Let's head on out. The thing is, at the moment, we don't know the way out, so one of the things you need to find is an elevator to get out of the level. So we're going to have to explore around a little bit to find that. So let's have a look through here. Let's see what's on this side of this wall. Probably not much. Open the door. Worth a check around the corner. There's a security camera. Nothing else. That security camera isn't even online yet, so we're okay. We're pretty cool. Move that there. And have a peek. Can't see much through that doorway. Not much at all. Though there is red, so there is either an enemy there or there is a security camera there. We know that much. We are out of AP though, so I might as well end the turn. Oh. Well, that's not a good way for things to go. That didn't end. Wow. That's a really bad way for that to go. So you can say, well, I suppose, a good way to show off some mechanics, I suppose. So when an enemy appears, I don't know why this guy suddenly burst into this room. Maybe because I triggered the thing, but if you sort of hack into something and they detect you in such a manner that they go and investigate, it will put a big yellow mark over it and says, hey, the guards are heading towards this place. You might want to get away from here. In this instance, I'm not sure why this guy is, and then maybe it was just on his patrol route. Maybe the guy patrolled into this room, and I just got it was really unfortunate timing that I happened to be lurking around this room when he patrolled in here. Fortunately, what I can do with Decker, as you can see, the red marks are where the enemy can see. The yellow marks are kind of within their cone of vision, but out of sight because I'm hidden behind an object, so the enemy won't be able to do that. If I try and move into the red, they will just straight up shoot me, and I will either, you know, die and be left behind when International leaves the level, or, well, if International dies as well, the mission's failed. Or I could get like a med kit and bring that back, get International to bring that to him and revive him, and then try and get them both out of level. But that's really messy, and it's kind of gone wrong. So if I move into yellow, he's seen me move in there, so he's going to investigate that. But he doesn't have a clear line of sight on me, so he's not going to do that. This square is still yellow, so he still can't see me there. I'm going to move a little closer. Technically, I'm still out of sight, so he didn't actually see me move there. It's completely hidden. It's always either hidden or not hidden. There's no kind of grey areas of sort of, oh, you're kind of hidden. It's either they can see you or they can't. In this case, I'm in the yellow, so he can't see me. Down here we've got Ambush, so he's got his little Neural Disruptor, which has a 3-turn cooldown and knocks a guard out for 3 turns. If I press Ambush, he'll stay poised as soon as an enemy moves into an adjacent space, which they are pretty likely to do, unless this guard goes a weird way around here. He's probably going to come directly this way, at which point I can ambush him and knock him out for 3 turns, which should work out okay. I have also got 7 AP. You can expend 1 AP on predicting their movement, so his status is hunting. Yeah, he's heading the most direct path to there. I can predict he's going to follow the arrows along the floor. He's going to head to that yellow space. So that's ideal. So he's going to come into my ambush path. So that's probably going to resolve fairly well. This room is still red, so that implies there's still a lot of nasty stuff in there. There's a red door which is going to need a key card. Maybe this guard has it. We'll find out once I knock him out. For now, well, this guard is investigating. What is he investigating? That is interesting. I'm not sure what he's investigating, to be honest. I don't know if he kind of spotted International, I don't think. I'm not sure if I want to go into this room, although there's a lot of money in this room, which is kind of why I would be interested in going there. But I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to peek through here. I've got a terminal. I can rotate the camera around. Yeah, they are both in. Actually, I'm not sure which room this is in. I think it's in somewhere entirely else, isn't it? The map is kind of a little disorienting sometimes, although you can press Alt and it gives you more of a tactical view, so you can see which spaces you can go into, you can see which spaces you can see. It's a much clearer interface. It's not as pretty, but it's much clearer as to what's actually going on. So I'm guessing this way is probably the way we need to be. Let's open that door. Huh. That guard vanished? What? What happened there? I'm not sure what to make of this. This is very strange. Oh, he saw. Oh, I think he saw. Did he see something move? I think I'm going to need to put her in ambush mode as well, just to be safe. I think. I've got a corporate safe that she is next to, so while she's there, might as well steal some money. I've got a power grid. Also needs hacking, you know. So I'll grab that. That's going to turn off this security gate. There's big laser beams there. That would have tripped off all sorts of alarms if I'd gone through that. That would have raised the most things, basically, if you set alarms and things, it'll just raise the security level by a certain amount. The wheel will go up, and you'll start setting off lots of nasty things. I've got a console over there, so I can regain some of that energy. That corporate safe I probably want to grab. Tell you what, I'll grab that security camera while I'm here so I can see the room fully. Yeah, he's investigating a curious event, but I'm not sure what it is. Unless he's headed over there as well, which would be very strange. I think I'm in a place where I want to end this turn, I guess. So let's see what happens over here. Okay, where are they gone? Oh.
Guess it was nothing.
Okay, so he gets knocked out. That just happened.
Alarm level 1.
Yeah. So the first security level doesn't. I don't think it does much. It says, "Oh, they've cracked Incognito's first level of encryption." It's just kind of a warning that from here on out, it's going to get nastier. Really, more so than anything else. Say this is the first level. This is actually surprising. I'm surprised I've tripped up this much. I could always do some rewinds. I could have thrown a bunch of rewinds down. For starters, that turn where the guard walked in, knowing that in advance, I could rewind a turn. I could have just taken Decker's invisibility and spent a turn invisible just to, get out of the way. The enemy could just vanished and gotten away. That might be what I want to do now, actually, to be fair. All the times to use him. whilst I'm on this guard, I can steal 110 credits off him. That's going to take 3 turns to cool down the Neural Disruptor, so I certainly can't knock out the other guard right now, so... I think what I probably want to do is... I think I do want to use my modded cloaking rig. Let's use that. Let's vanish. So I'm now invisible, so I should be able to get into this room. There is a security camera, that is what's watching the room. And close that door. He's going to wake up in about 3 turns. Actually, this isn't going to work out for me at all, because I can't get out of this room. I don't have a security card. Huh. How much AP do I have? Let's open the door. Can I get... I think I can get out of here. I can close that door behind me. Since, like, guards, if they see a door open or closed, they will go and investigate it. That is a suspicious activity, and they will walk over to it. Because he's busy staring at a wall. Even though the wall appears to be made of glass, I think that's mostly just for the to aid the player more so than anything. I don't think the wall is actually made of glass. The guard is just kind of staring at the wall at the minute, so he didn't see me sneak out there. He's going to be asleep for 3 turns. He's kind of... I don't know what he's looking for, but I'm hoping it's not me. Because Decker, he's got no other ways out of this, by the way. If this guard comes through there, I'm pretty much boned. So I'm hoping that guard's not going to go my way. International is probably going to be pretty okay. We've got... What have we got? There was nothing in that room, there's nothing up that way. I'm pretty sure the exit is going to be down this way. Got a guard, if I observe his movement, he's going to patrol down that way. I think the best route is going to be just being sneaky, so if I hide there, he's not going to see me because I'm just hiding behind the furniture here. I picked up the security camera there. Let's end the turn, see what happens. He's going to walk over there. He's got, like, no vision range. He's not going to...
Nothing.
Oh. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's the problem. There was nothing there until the... that ran out. Yeah. That's got another turn left on the cooldown. I don't think Decker's going to make this out of this too well. However, he can duck behind here, and duck behind here. That's out of vision range, so the guard doesn't know where to look. I can't do ambush because it's not cooled down yet. Let's move the camera around. He doesn't... Oh, the guard is looking through there, so the guard actually can't see this room. He might be able to make it out of here. Problem is, I don't know what's on the other side of this door. So I walk there. Yeah, I'm not in the guard's vision range here. He's got 3 AP. Have a nosy. What was that? Oh, that's just a console? I'm meeting up with International. Well, that's something. Let's head through here. Close that door. Okay, so that guard's going to investigate behind the furniture where he saw me. The last place he saw me was behind there, so he's going to investigate that room for a while. Hopefully not follow me too far. This guy's going to be a problem. I guess this might be the elevator. I'm hoping it is. International. I think she can make it through here. Yeah, that guard's not going to be able to see her. Cool. Alright, that's safe. Right over here. I don't have a peak, so I might as well grab the energy while I'm here. I don't have a peak because I'm out of AP, so I can't do anything with that. He's just on his patrol path. He's not going to do anything. He's just investigating the place where he last saw me, so... The guards are not terribly intelligent. Later on in the game, you end up with all sorts of crazy things. There are robotic drones and really heavily armored guards and all sorts of things. Early on, these are just dudes. Security guards is what they are. So International, let's have a look through. It looks pretty safe. Open the door. Have another look through. It looks good. It looks pretty good. Let's move on up. Have a peek around the corner. Nothing. Oh, there's another door over here, though. So, let's bring Decker through. Must remember to close doors behind us, because otherwise guards could... If that guard came through here and that door was open, he would pretty much straight up see International. So I don't want that to happen. Might as well hack that safe while I'm here and end my turn because I'm out of AP. Okay, so he's checking that. I imagine guards could go through the red doors, but I'm not actually sure I've ever seen one do that. It seems likely that since they carried the security cards, they probably would be able to do that, but... Okay, so that's 150 credits. Let's bring him around here. If that guard does come through here, though, that's going to be a problem. Let's check what's in here. Yep, there's our way out. That is the elevator. What I need, though, is for Decker to get out of this. Actually, to be fair, I think Decker could make a dash. Even if the guard came through the door, I think Decker would be fairly comfortably able to make a dash for that. If the guard doesn't, you know, just straight up shoot me straight away. Let's find out if he gets shot straight away. Nope. Guard's boarded that room, mercifully. Level 2, so now extra cameras come online. So you kind of got this race against time with each level, so now... Oh, that camera's coming online, that camera's coming online, that camera's coming online. All the ones that I've spotted as I've gone through the level, suddenly now... I can hack them straight away so that, you know, I don't have to deal with them. So I can go boop, boop, boop. There we go, they're mine now. As soon as they're online, I would have access to those now. It cost me a bunch of power to do that, but there you go. So we're going to move him through here. Well, that's the rest of his AP. And they're both on the elevator, so we can exit the level. And that's it. Mission complete. So we've got the list of contacts there. That's going to give us a bunch of targets. So let's have a look at the next missions. That's kind of how a very, very basic level plays out. Obviously, you get a lot more toys. You get a lot more programs with Incognita. It's going to do a lot more interesting things. You can track guards. Like I say, there's lots of other various different ways to hack into all the firewalls and things. You get a lot more, you get stuff like EMPs that will take out robots. If you've got robots trying to track you down or fight you, your EMP weapons will take them out. You've got ranged weapons. You've got guns, although guns are messy because most of the guards are equipped with a heartbeat monitor. If you straight up kill them, you will just raise the alarm big time. So I've got a bit of a mission report. You can see exactly what I've completed in that level. I missed one safe, that's all I missed. However, I did acquire that Buster chip, and we got a little bit of money out of it at the end. And our net worth has gone up a little, so to slightly higher score, I guess. So our credits can then be used to upgrade the characters. We've got Incognita there. I'm not sure why they show you this. I guess you can store other programs, but I've never actually been able to... I've never gotten enough stuff to be able to do anything with the Incognita interface here. Mostly what you're going to be looking at is items that your characters have on you, so we've got a Buster chip there. I could put it into storage if I don't want to be carrying it around with me, and that might be an idea, just on the basis that I can't use it. Or I could spend 400 credits on upgrading her Anarchy skill so that she can steal things from guards, and then she's also got the manually break 2 firewalls Buster chip, which actually might be a good idea, so there we go, let's have that. So now I've got the ability, as you can see from the Anarchy tree, you've got the ability to steal from guards. Level 3 for another 500 credits gives you 15% more credits from guards, which doesn't seem like that would pay off in the long run, honestly. You don't get enough money from the guards on a regular enough basis to really make back those 500 credits very quickly, I wouldn't have thought. Certainly not just in the bonus extra that they give you. Most guards seem to have like maybe 100, 200 credits, so you're going to get, what, 15, 30 extra credits. It would take quite a few... You need to steal from quite a few people to make your money back on that, so I'm not convinced Anarchy's a great path to upgrade along, but hey-ho. Strength, as you can see, yeah, you can carry extra items. Also, if you're pinning a guard, if you knock out a guard, they will stay knocked out as long as you are on top of them, and you can then drag their bodies around and move them into other rooms and hide them and stuff. If you upgrade your strength, you can move them around a little bit faster. You've got hacking, as you saw with International already. You got the sort of the bonus power you'll get from the consoles, and speed is literally how many AP you get per turn. So you can add an extra 4 up onto that, and then you've got a sprint as well, which I didn't use there, but at the start of your turn, if you press R or click sprint on the interface, your character gets an extra 3 AP during their turn, but when they move, they will make a lot more noise, and they're likely to be detected by guards. Normally your characters move entirely stealthily, it's like they don't make a sound, but if you sprint, well, they're going to make a lot of noise and guards will detect you. But I think, yeah, take some extra movement, yeah. AP always seems to be very valuable to have, so I kind of like focusing on that. Then we go to mission select, we've got a bit more talky talk. And there's the missions we unlocked. So we've got a few things. We've got Cybernetics Lab. If you go to a Cybernetics Lab, you'll be able to add more augments to your character or augment slots. Augment slots kind of take a little while to install, so it knocks your character out for a bit, but then you can have more stuff that will make you more versatile in the field. Or if you've already got the slots, and I think my character's, if I have a look at my upgrade agents, yeah, he already has an empty augment slot. International also has an augment slot, so there's going to be some machines that are going to install extra abilities for you, like the ability to have armor-piercing attacks and things. We've got executive terminals, which is that's exactly the same as what I just did. It'll just open up more missions. Got one down here, which, honestly, actually, I've not even seen this one before. A highly valued item to equip your agents or sell them for profits. I hadn't even I played through an entire campaign and didn't even see one of those, so there's clearly a good variety of different types of missions. And then the 4 different corporations all have different types of security as well. What, I can't for life remember what they all do. To be honest, it does give you a bit of a briefing. Plastech has augmented guards. If we go to FTM, FTM is it is surveillance and scanning technology. So there's gonna be a lot of those in those kind of missions. If we go over to Sankaku, they are robotics. So there's gonna be lots of drones in those levels. So you've got different types of sort of guards for each level, and then different types of missions as well. So with that one, that one is a server farm, so you're going to get, that's going to give you abilities for incognito. If you go into there, you're going to get good rewards for that. So there's loads of different types of missions, or at least there is a very good handful of different types of missions, and they can all be combined in different ways to plan your strategy. And then obviously you've got to actually take your jet there, so that reduces your hours remaining. So you got this whole race against time thing. So if I wanted to get the most missions done possible, I would maybe make a 5-hour jump to Mexico City from here. Or if I really was dead set on accessing that server farm, well, you might want to make the 12-hour jump. But you know, I could make a 5-hour jump and I could make a 6-hour jump. I could get 2 missions done in the same time it would take me just to fly to the Sankaku server farm. So there's kind of this trade-off of, would you rather do more missions to get more stuff for your characters, or would you rather do very, very specific missions looking for very specific things? And then at the end, once the time runs out, once you've reached the end of 72 hours, you get the final mission, and however many missions and whatever missions you've done is going to determine how well equipped you are to do it in the end, when it may be that you've not taken enough stuff, and ultimately it's going to be a very, very difficult mission. Or maybe you've managed to get your characters very well equipped and it makes it a complete walkover. So very interesting way you can approach the strategies. As I say, there's the replayability factor of you're going to have different characters, you're going to have different equipment, and you're going to unlock more as you go along as well, just to add a little bit more variety into things. So there's just a ridiculous amount of mechanics going on here. Just as a basic experience, if you just want to play through it just for story, you're going to be done in 4 or 5 hours. If you want to sink into strategy and find all the interesting bits and pieces going on in it, well, there's a lot of options going on here. I think you could find a lot to appeal. So it's a very cool game. I'm liking it a lot. I'm not going to delve any more time into any mission because I've been here quite long enough, but rest assured that I barely scratched the surface on the mechanics this thing has to offer. There's just a lot going on. But hopefully that's given you a bit of a taste of it. This is, as I say, it is out now on Steam, available for Windows, Mac and Linux, available for £14.99 or your regional equivalent, and for the next couple days or so there is still a launch discount during the launch week, which brings it down by 20%, so you can get that a little bit cheaper if you pick it up now. But there you go. I'm happy to recommend this. I quite like this game. It's very cool. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Meroka. This has been Invisible Ink. I'll see you next time.